Hello, hello. Welcome to another tutorial. This time I got an old Canon FL 50mm 1.8, which has some problems. So yeah, let's have a look. This nice old fellow didn't look that much good when I just bought it in a flea market for 50 cents or something. There was a lot of fungus in here, and there's still some. I just tried to breathe on it and just wipe the dim away, and it works. I did it with the other end, but there seems to be something left on the. But I will try with the hydrogen peroxide sooner in another film. But for now, I will just do some work with the helicoids and the focus system, because it is a bit stiff, way too much in my opinion. So yeah, I will re-lube the focus system with the Helimax, which I just get. It seems to be a very good grease. I bought a container with something. Yeah, I guess how much is in? Yeah, I bought it on Amazon, which you also can get it. It's not very expensive, but the amount of grease that's in is pretty much for many lenses and other stuff that needs to be re-greased with the old Gumby. It's an lithium with PDF-E with the Teflon, and it's very light, NLGI 1. It's a lot better than, for example, the Super Loop. So yeah, but let's see how it works. To disassemble this lens, I thought I could go in from the front and then take out stuff, but I have get more experience with this lens. But so we need to go in from the back, but because the whole lens block assembly needs to be taken out in one single piece, with the lens in and the apertures, plates and all that stuff. So we begin to take out the 3 small screws on the back here. There's one here, there, and the last one here. So they're very small, so take care. In the process with disassemble the focus helicoids, we need to set some small marks, which can be very handy. I haven't found a repair manual for this lens, so that's why I make this film. Then we just lift up this. This is how it looks. This is the aperture part of it. from the camera. And if I set it to automatic and put it on something 16, it will probably work like this. The screw here was broken, so it doesn't really work, but I simply did a new thread with a 2mm screw, so and put in a new screw, so it works. But we need to set in on the lens on the manual and set into something. No, we just set it on A, automatic, and on something 16, the aperture, because we need to unscrew 4 screws here. This one here, over here, this one here, and the last one here, and take off the whole mount system. And of course this aperture, part of the aperture system. Take very care when taking it out, and do some gently press on this here. It will make it easier when taking it out, as I will show. This is a a Vise 0 crosshead screwdriver, not Phillips. You will damage the screw head if you use a Phillips screwdriver. So go and get you a Vise Japan industry standard screwdrivers, crosshead screwdrivers, of course. So we have to press on this mount because there's a little ball, steel ball here, which where was it? Because when the automatic and manual aperture will make a click. And there's a little steel ball, which I will show sooner. So just keep this pressed in when you unscrew it. And then we have the last one. So here you can see 4 screw holes. There, 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 and there. So one can actually lift the mount off, do a gently press on the aperture arm, and here we are. Here we have a little steel ball which I mentioned. Don't throw it away. It's tiny. And then we can unscrew the this shift ring between the automatic and manual aperture. There are 2 screws here. Also crosshead. It goes to this arm here. So we take it out. see if we can get it loose. No, we cannot. Just put it flat on the table and then use a tweezer. And then take it out. It will go the same way in, back in again. And now we can actually take the ring off. Now remember how it faced. And the tiny screws for on the side of the ring here. So now, to get out the take out the front, I mean the lens assembly, we need to put it on infinity here. So the lens assembly will go as long in to the focus as possible. With a this is an old compass tool which I grind and file, because we need to take off the retaining ring here. There are two small notches here and one here, and we just unscrew it by holding on the front here and just wow, sit tight. So we need some gloves, orange, rubberized gloves with sticky rubber, which is pretty handy. The brand is called OXON because it's very sticky with the rubber. It will make it a lot easier to when I unscrew this. Say for my hand. There. Oh. And then it's free. Don't turn the front system because there's a lock screw behind this, which I will show. So we just unscrew the retaining ring. Which we can, little help from a small screwdriver. Then it should be possible. Here's the retaining ring. Now, then it should be possible to just take out the lens assembly. You see, there's a lock ring, no, a lock screw here, which goes into the notch here. I did a mistake when I disassembled the lens because I did some damage to this, but it's not a problem. It still works really good. So this is how I learned it. Now, here we have the focus system, the helicoids inner and outer, and in the middle. It's pretty, what do you say, dirty in here. So it needs some cleaning. But before we actually disassemble the helicoid, I will just make some scratch here So when the lens is set on infinity, here, I'll just make a scratch, which I already made here. Because the focus ring can actually be moved to adjust it when loosen those 3 screws. So remember the mark here. And then we can just unscrew those also tiny screws. There are 3. And this is just taken off like this. Now, here we are at the inside of the focus helicoid. And before we actually disassemble this, we need to do some measure. So when the helicoid is put on near end, it will say out. We need to measure here how long is the lens actually. It should be something around 26.45, 44, so like here. And in the far end, it should measure the 23.69. So we set it on near end, it will see out. And before we do so, there are 2 small, I don't know what they call, guides or something, which prevent the inner here from moving around when turning the focus ring. There are 2 of them, and it has to sit correct. So the pin, the guide pin with the 2, almost 2, is cut out. So it looks like there are 2 of them. I make 2 scratch. And the other one, which has no cutout, is 1. It will make it easier to remember when putting things back. Now, so we just take them out, one at a time. Tiny screws. Oh, come on, here. And they can be a little challenge to take out, but it goes like this. And the other one, which is number 2. More small screws, and we do like this. And if you can get grip on like that. So so before I actually turn anything right now, just to be sure where it sits, I have made an arrow here, and I have also made an arrow here, because then I know exactly where the inner system will go, and also when it comes off. So the inner helicoid will, before I take it out, I could just measure how far is it from the back end here. It should be something like 9.711 something, 10. So now I will turn the inner ring clockwise 3/4 of a revolution. So I have my arrow here, and when I turn, it should come off something over here. Where I also have made another arrow here. You probably can see. And then it pops off. So I will also take the outer. We have to unscrew the adjustment, the end stop. And I have also made some scratches. Someone maybe think it's a bad idea to make scratch on my lens. Well, it's the only way you can actually remember where things has to sit. So, of course, I have been into the lens before this, but I make a scratch here and there. And so I will remember, but the end goes here. And just take this small piece of metal out. You see, it has to face correct. This the lower piece of the metal is more wider, and the upper is close to the edge is narrow. It does not have to sit like this, but so. So my point here along the side here has to come off in a 3/4 counterclockwise when it comes off. So my arrow here has to go all the way up to something which should be, I put an arrow here, just a little pointy here, and then it comes off. So it is. And now we have it nice and dirty. So I will put this on all those things in lighter fluid. Or pure gasoline, I don't know what it's actually called, but it works pretty good. A long tweezer, just let it stay there for some. There's a little small container, but I will also have some gloves that maybe can protect my hands a little, and use a brush to make it a little easier to clean the helicoid. From the old the lens should actually perform quite good. As I look on the internet how the bokeh is, and the sharpness should be really good, but I will later put it on a bayonet, an adapter to my Fuji X-T1 and see how it actually performs. Some napkins here, quite handy, and the really good quality. The material is really good. So, and then the inner. Maybe it's a little too soft, this brush, but it's not really worn out the thread, the focus thread. So it looks like it will turn out to be okay. Just get rid of all the old sticky grease. So yeah, so it's much better. It's not a new lens, I know, but I'm sure it will be good. It can only be better than it was. Oh, come on. It will be a dirty soup. Yeah, it looks really good. I think this lens will be just like new, so it'll be interesting to use it. And I've also the idea of putting on my Nikon D3S, but of course I need to adjust the far end so it can come out on the infinity. I think it's possible. So that was that actually. Or maybe we should take the focus ring, just give it a little. So that's all for now. Stinks a little. So that's all for now. And some napkins to just clean it a little. So, this one. It will be okay. It looks like something has been cleaned away. So, and the it's amazing how precise they actually have made those lenses. No matter which brand they are. Some of them are really, really small masterpiece, and so now we are almost there and ready to put on new grease. I use a fine brush just to apply it. It will make it a lot easier. And there's no need to overdo the amount of grease. So, and the next part, which I actually just will put on and then add the grease to the inner. So I have some hold on it, so it will make easier. It will be spread around when I turn the helicoid. So I think it will be pretty okay. But let's see how it turns when I put it on again. I have my marks here somewhere. There'll be something here, which will be the mark here, and so I should just say click when it had get the right thread. It can be a little difficult. Yeah, here we are, and then all the way in, out. So it's really good. And this one will go there because I have my mark here. Oh, sorry. Just do it again. We take it off again. There will be something. Where did my mark get? There. I have the mark on the stop. There's a small mark here, and I set a mark here. So it's quite near to the notch or one of the screws here. So it could maybe help if you have lost the way it should stay. Click here. And see how it is. The screw here is for the where the outer, the mount actually goes in here. And then 3/4 until it goes to the correct position. Then I can just put this back in, and then I can do the rest. So, and the other screw, and then I am almost back on track again. So here we are. Wow. It goes really good. So here we need to put the inner helicoid, and of course we also need to loop the inner thread. It looks like this loop is the Helimax works pretty good. It's very light and just like butter. So now you can just add a little. There's really enough grease for many lenses to repair. So I think this one will be one of my favorite grease for lenses. So we'll see how it goes. And napkins. I just have to find my mark, which I have here, and then I have to find the other mark, which will be here, and then it will just go all the way. I mean, it'll go 3/4. I just have to find the thread and say click somewhere. It can be a little difficult. No. And it has to go counterclockwise when I put it back in. As you can see on the thread. Sometimes it's not easy. Maybe it's because I'm at the wrong place. This one goes there. No, I'm there. This one has to go there. And here we are again. This is really good. I have the number 2 here with my marks, the number 2 here. So I also need to put the guide here in the correct position. Have to load a screw on the screwdriver. There, and a tweezer. And it will go in here. So, there it is. And then we just, oh, come on. Just need to screw the screws. Can sometimes be a little difficult. Okay. Not easy. Sometimes it's better to just use the fingers. Where did it go? Here. Okay, another go. So wow, feels like butter. Really good, really good. So we do the same with the other one. Load a screw on the screwdriver and put in the number 1 guide. And now it will be a little easier because hopefully will be a little easier to put that in because yeah. That's not bad at all. It needs some adjustment here because it goes a little tight when it goes to the near end. So we'll just do so and then tighten the screws. Wow, this is really good. So then we can just continue with the assembling. Which should be the actual focus ring. Should it be first? Yes, I think just put it on. We know where it goes. And there should be 3 small tiny screws here. And remember I set a scratch here on this ring here. And I also set another scratch here, so I know where it should go when it sits correct. Should be something like there. And the last one. Yeah, we can just move it a tiny little, just so the focus ring sits correct. So there it is. Tighten, screw. I could have used some thread lock, but I need to go into the lens again when make some adjustment to infinity. Then we need the ring here for the automatic and manual aperture. It goes like there. And so we also need to put in the pin here. So it's better to just put this in first, I guess, so it will not fall off. Then the ring. Here there are two small screws. There. So it will not fall off. Then put in a screw. Probably, it can probably be a little difficult. Then we do some gently press here, or maybe use a tweezer to catch the thread. Yeah, it goes. Oh, it goes pretty good. And the other one should be easier. Gently tighten it. So. And then we put in the the lens assembly. I'll show in another film how I disassemble the aperture and make some cleaning of the lens. So I will go in the lens again. Remember the locking screw here goes in the notch here. So it has to go like this. Catch, yeah, there. Set the length to infinity. It will make it easier to tighten the retaining ring. Where's my tool? Click. And tighten it. So, and the little steel ball has to sit here. There's also a little spring in here, so be aware of that. So when putting this on, one needs to press this all the way over before it goes over the aperture pin. Click. It's set. Of course I should have loaded a screw on my screwdriver, but so when putting the mount back in again, set the aperture to 16. See, it will work, and on A. So we're almost there. And this lens came back to life, and I hopefully will in the next film will show how the fungus or whatever it is will disappear. And my tiny screws here goes on the edge. Not much magnetic strength again. Maybe the screwdriver is a bit too small. I think so. But let's see how it, maybe take another hole here. Come on. So, yes, it is. We only have 2 left, and then tiny stuff. Where did it go? Here. Oh, come on. Okay, we do it another way. Small tweezer, and then guide the screw into the thread. Come on. So, here we are. And the last one. So, yeah, that's it. Wow, feels like butter. This is really good. This will absolutely be my favorite, one of my favorite grease for the helicoid. This Helimax. So I think it will be a good idea if you buy this on the Amazon. It takes forever to get, but because of the mail system here in Denmark. So, but that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.